Alright. Alright. Dialing in that focus to the lower body this morning. We're going 4 on legs. You're going to need a mat and you'll need a kettlebell. We're going to move through some bodyweight stuff. And we're going to play with tempos and holds and a bit of energy thrown in there. So all legs and just really trying to sort of pump it up this morning and ramp up the challenge. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right into some butt kicks. Stretch out those quads and just start to build the energy up for the workout as a whole. Keep the heels coming up. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slow things down right into high kicks. Getting the toes up and across the body. See if you can keep those legs nice and straight as you get them up there. Upper body stays relaxed throughout. Let's go 3, 2. One more each side. All right. Slow down, knees to chest. Pull it in, alternating sides. Down here. And adding in that hip opener. When you feel nice and stable, drop and down. No chance of getting rained on in the basement. Although I just said that and probably a pipe is going to burst now. So I will not be running from room to room today. Squeeze up nice and tight to the chest. Get that glute stretch. And then add in that hip opener. Last one here. And drop. Shake things out. Nice wide stance. We're going to run through a little bit of upper body work, starting with that side-to-side shift, just to loosen things up and make sure the whole body is feeling awake as we dive into work mode. Shifting through, pulling through the fingertips. Let's go 3, 2, one more each side. Square the hips off. Tuck that tailbone and go in for your toe touches. Right side to left side, giving your body enough time here to loosen up before you really have to pull yourself deep down into that stretch. You want to feel the stretch before moving throughout. Drawing opposite shoulder down to the opposite leg. Pulling yourself in nice and tight at this point. Let's go 3, 2, and 1. All right, straightening up again. You're going to take a deep breath in and reach for the ceiling. Finding tons of length through the spine. Exhale, push your butt back behind you and reach for your toes. Or reach to the floor, rather. Go ahead and just sink into this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then with your hands on the ground for support, you're going to start to shift your hips side to side, leaving your feet flat on the ground and just getting that stretch going on up and down the inside of your legs. You can take a wider stance if you want. You can bring your feet in a little bit closer. It also depends on what feels right for you, where that stretch hits best. Shift the hips back just a little bit, still moving side to side, we're just hitting a different angle there. And then draw them forward again in between your feet. 3, 2, and 1. So you're going to straighten your legs and walk the heels in once, toes in once, so you're a little bit closer in. Go ahead and drop your butt down into that Frogger squat, lifting the chest and chin. And then go ahead and push the hips back up towards the ceiling as you straighten the legs. Down into Frogger squat again, so drop the butt, bend the knees. And then go ahead and straighten the legs again. Back down into Frogger squat. And from this position, if you can, I want you to shift your weight over to the right side so that right knee drops down just a little bit. And then over to the left side, the left knee drops down a little bit. Right. And left. Right. One more time to the left. Even everything out and go ahead and straighten those legs again. Sink into it one more time for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heels and toes all the way to the center. You're going to roll your shoulders up towards the ceiling to shake things out. So, mat. Although, do you even need the mat yet? We don't need the mat for a little while. So if you don't want to grab a mat, that's totally fine. But you do want to have a kettlebell by your side so that you're ready to grab it when the time comes. Water and potentially a towel for this one as well. So, we are going to pair 2 exercises. So supersetting 2 exercises, no rest in between, but then we do get a good chunk of time in between the next superset. This is no repeat, so, well, sort of no repeats. No repeats of the same superset, I should say. But it is a lot of time in one superset, so just be prepared for that endurance style work. We are going to start body weight, and we're going to start with body weight squats. So feet shoulder width apart. Take a deep breath. Nice straight back here. In for that first body weight squat. And again, there's going to be no rest in between exercise 1 and 2 of the superset. We're just going to transition right into the next one. And like I said, we're going to play with holds and some power here. We've got 10 seconds to go. And then we're going to pulse it out at the bottom. So squat pulse in 3, 2, and 1. Find that pulse. Nice and slow. Keep that butt low. Think about just waking up all of those leg muscles right now. Those legs are going to feel alive at the end of this workout. 15 seconds to go. You need to stand up out of it to shake those legs out. That's just fine. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand up, shake things out. All right, so good chunk of time here to shake things out. Stretch out the quads if you need to. We're actually going right back into body weight squats. So same form, feet about shoulder width apart. 2, and 1. Let's go. Keep it nice and slow. Paying attention to form, because what we're doing next, instead of the pulse, we're going into a pop. So you want to nail form on the squat first. Getting closer here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and add that pop in. So down through the toes and right back down into that squat position. Getting a little power play into the workout at the very start here. Wakes things up. Kind of pulls that energy forward. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, nice, and 1. There it is. Nice and done. Way to push through. Whew. You can feel that one already. Okay, so shaking things out, grabbing some water and a towel if you need it. Don't you do it. That's where I'm going. All right. Next up, wide stance. We're going to go into a right side squat. So fixed stance here, over to the right side, push back up to the top. Just to the right. And keeping that wide stance throughout, so you're not having to take the step out quite yet. You're just focusing on that quad and glute work. We're coming up on the second exercise of the superset. We're going to go down into a pulse. You're going to pulse 3 times and then stand up tall. So 1, 2, 3, and stand up tall. Again, 1, 2, 3, stand up. Nice. Down for 1, 2, 3, nice and tall. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, stand it up. Last one here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. I know that was tricky. Shake it out, shake it out. We're going to go over to the left side. Give that right leg just a little bit of a break. Same wide stance so that all you have to focus on is the strength aspect of it, not so technical. So over to the left, side squat, and stand it up. Taking your time, working on form, boom, and down. Make sure you're pushing that butt back behind you and check your knee real quick. You want that knee coming forward over the toes. So if the toes are facing straight forward, that's the direction your knee is going in. You're very helpful right now, Leilani. Thank you. Getting ready for pulses. Last regular lunge and up. Here we go. Pulse it out. 1, 2, 3. Stand it up nice and tall. 1, 2, 3, and up. Oh, she's showing off. Can you hear her? 1, 2, 3, and stand it up nice and tall. Last 3-second count. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Down for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand it up and shake things out. Okay. We're not done with that side lunge kind of exercise. This time, though, you are going to step it out. So your start position is going to be a nice stand tall. Step it out, right side lunge, and up to the top. So here we go. Over to the right, step it out, up to the center. So we played with the isometric hold piece of the puzzle. So now we're coming in on the power piece of the puzzle. Big step out. Nice strong pull back to the center. What you're going to do in 5 seconds is you're going to push off that right leg all the way so that you can drive the knee up to the center. Boom. So a little bit of power into it, right? So go ahead and put that power into it. Speeding it up a little bit, especially on the pickup. Yeah, there you go. Nice. Power. Drive through that right heel. Knee comes all the way up to the center. Find your balance. Right back in. Nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Nice job. It's one of those workouts where you can't tell if like the isometric is harder, cardio is harder. We're going to go over to the left side. Same start. Step it out with the left leg. Down into that side lunge in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Step it out. Back to the center. And again, keeping it nice and gentle. Finding form. Keeping those shoulders down and back. Nice. Excellent. Good pace. We've got 12 seconds. And then we're going to add in that power. Excellent. And then we do give the legs just a little bit of a break. 3, 2, add in that power. So big knee drive to the center. Same control. Just adding a little bit of that plyo push. Through the heel, there you go. Boom, up to the top. Nicely done. Keep pushing it. You're getting a break from legs in just a moment. So push right through that timer. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Okay. Shaking these up. We're going to give the legs a little bit of a break. I want you to grab your kettlebell. And you're going to hold it on the right hand, right side, feet underneath the hips. All we're going to do is go in for a side bend. So I kind of like to rest my left hand on my torso so I can feel the muscles stretch and pull. And you're just going to keep that kettlebell nice and close to the body. You're going to bend just to feel the stretch and then pull it right back up. And again, your hand is so you can kind of feel the stretch and then back to the center. We're supersetting with that standing plank. We haven't done these for a while. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All you're going to do is bring that kettlebell to the front, tuck everything here, engage the core. Focus on breathing because you want to be able to engage that core without holding your breath. That is the idea, that everything in the center is tight, tailbone is tucked, but it's not from holding your breath. 10 seconds to go. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Quick relax mode. Nice job. Grab some water. We're going to go over to that left side now. So kettlebell or dumbbell is in the left hand. Feet are about hip width apart. Right hand is just on those muscles to feel them stretch. Here we go. The other thing that hand is doing is sort of giving you a cue to keep the back nice and straight throughout these side bends. Boom, and right back up to the center. And kind of visualize what those muscles are doing, right? Boom, drawing right back up, nice and strong to the top. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to the center for another hold. Waking up that core. These isometric holds with the core do really wonderful things for bigger lifts. Again, making sure that you're breathing throughout. Tailbone is tucked, lower back is nice and straight, and just squeezing those ab muscles, connecting to your very center. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. There's that break. All right, shaking things out. So we got a little leg break in there. We are going to shift gears into hamstring mode now. So you're going to want to hold on to that kettlebell this time with both hands. And we're going to go in for a straight leg deadlift. So feet are about shoulder width apart. Kettlebell still stays nice and close to the body. Push your butt back and pull the hips forward. Nice. So as we've been doing this first deadlift superset, we're going to play with some holds. In this case, it's going to be a pause. I'm going to walk you through it in that first pause deadlift. All right, so from here, you're going to go down into the deadlift. You're going to come up a couple inches on the shin. You're going to pause and then finish that deadlift. All the way down. Come up a couple of inches, pause, and all the way up. On that pause, you should really feel the hamstrings, but also surprisingly the calves and the glutes really have to engage as well. That pause really forces you to connect to the lower body. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. All right, kettlebell down for just a moment. We're going to stick with hamstrings for a minute here. We're going to take that deadlift and we're going to turn it into a sumo deadlift. So slightly wider stance here, toes out to the side. Same idea though, all the way down and all the way up So we did our hold. Now we're going to get into our power push as the superset. So we're going to go into some kettlebell swings just up to shoulder height. Still keeping that kettlebell nice and tight, but what I want you to focus on here is that hip hinge, because you're going to want to hold on to that for the swings that are coming in 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, here we go, into the swings. Same hip hinge that you were just playing with. Push the hips back, squeeze the glutes, draw the hips forward. 15 seconds to go. The deeper we get into this workout, the more those rest periods count. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Kettlebell down, shake things out. We have a few more exercises on our feet, and then we'll be heading to the mat. So we're going to stick with that wide stance here, except we're going to turn the move from hip hinge to knee bend. We're going to go into sumo squat. So see if you can drop down so the kettlebell taps down to the floor and right back up. And that's without letting your chest drop too far forward. Lead with your tailbone and then pull up through the shoulders. We're going in for a pulse. 3 count pulse at the bottom of the squat. Let's add it in here. Here we go. Down. 3, 2, 1. Stand up nice and tall. Down. For 3, 2, 1. Stand it up nice and tall. Woo! Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And up. Squeezing those glutes to get you up tall. 3, 2, 1. Stand it up. 5 seconds. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand it up nice and tall. 1 superset to go. Then we get a little break so we can take everything down to the mat. We're going to go good mornings, and we're going to go weighted good mornings. So that kettlebell comes up to your chest nice and tight, hugged into your chest. And that good morning, as you know, you're pushing your hips back behind you and pulling them forward. So same idea, same hip hinge as that deadlift, but the weight is up top, which surprisingly sort of lowers where you're going to feel the pull in your legs. Yep, nice. Boom. All right, we're going full kettlebell swing. So all the way up to that straight line in 2 and 1. A little bit wider stance, so full swing. Boom, all the way up. Yeah, exactly. So using all those muscles that you engaged for those standing planks right there at the top. Yes, nice. 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Kettlebell to the floor, and you're going to head down to the mat. So grab a mat. Grab some water. Give yourself a couple seconds here. I'm going to get rocking on the mat. All right, so mats on the ground. You're going to put the kettlebell to the side for now. We don't need it quite yet. In fact, do we need it for this one? Maybe we don't need it for this one. We're going to actually start down on the knees. We're going to start with squat backs. So your toes are going to be down on the mat so that you can sit back on your heels and stay comfortable without stretching the heels too much. So starting tall kneeling position, sit back and pull it forward. And I want you to squeeze the glutes the whole time. So always paying attention to the muscles that are working. Sit it back, pull yourself right back up to the start position. So we're going to do a pulse at the back side, this sort of sit back side of this sit back in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you're going to sit it back and just a really slow pulse. You have to slow things down because there's not much room to not come all the way up out of this squat. So nice and slow. And again, you really want to feel those muscles responsible for this pulse, right? 10 seconds to go, almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Okay, we're going to stick with this kneeling kind of position, but what you're going to do, you're going to keep the right leg down, and you're going to stretch the left leg out to the side. So we're going to do half kneeling sit backs this time. Right knee, again, is down on the mat. Left leg stays nice and straight. You're going to sit it back and up. So isolating the muscles on that right side. What we're going to do from here, when I tell you, you are going to put the right hand down on the floor so that you're at an angle, and we're going to turn this into a left leg lift in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So right hand, did I say left before? Right hand on the mat, left on your hip, lift that left leg up and right back down. So no change to the right leg. Keep the toes on the left leg pointing forward. And hit those glute muscles. Wake them up. 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! All right, quick little break. Over to the left side. Left knee down, right knee out. Let's isolate those muscles on the left leg now. Sitting it back, and then nice and tall, quads, glutes, hands, everything's involved. Let's go. Sit it back, and nice and tall. Feeling like that left leg just got a couple extra seconds of a break. So build that burn back up. Stick with it. We're getting there. Nicely done. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left hand to the floor, right hand on the hip, lift and down. So the right leg is the only body part that is moving right now. But that left leg is stabilizing. You can feel the glute getting some work in. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Flip it around. We're going to give the legs just a momentary rest with this exercise. We're going plank hold into a downward dog. So plank hold is the first exercise. So we're going to be high plank position. Stepping those toes out back behind you and lock in forward. So do a body scan here, right? Start with your hands. Work your way up to your shoulders. Shoulders are stacked over the wrists. Work your way down your back that is nice and straight to the glutes that are engaged. All the way down to your heels that are still in a nice straight line from those shoulders. We're doing this to get ready for down dog in 2 and 1. Lift the hips up towards the ceiling into down dog and draw your body forward again. Lift and draw forward. Let's go for a 3. And forward. Again, pulling up through the belly button into down dog and forward. Again. Last one here, lift, and into plank. Whew. Knees down to the mat. We're going to finish up with some super isolated glute exercises. We're going to start on all fours, and we're going to start with that right side. Kick back, bend knee, kick back in 2 and 1. Let's go. Kick it back and bring it forward. All of the tension and all of the focus right now is on that right side, that right leg, pushing the heel right up through the ceiling. See if you can keep the neck neutral, so in line with the spine. Getting ready for pulses at the top of the kickback in 2 and 1. See if you can pulse it out the whole time. Obviously, if you need a break, that knee comes down to the mat. Quick stretch back and back into the pulse. Woo! We're going for that final burn right now. Keeping those hips and shoulders facing the mat. You got this. Come on. We're under 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and sit it back to stretch those glutes out. All right, we're going over to the left side now. Same kickback starter. Flex that foot. 2 and 1. Let's go. Kick it up through the ceiling. Back down to the mat. Engaging the core here. So again, another breathing practice, engaging the core and breathing at the same time. 2 different things. Keep those hips straight. Check your form right now because we're getting ready for the pulse in 3, 2, and 1. Heels up towards the ceiling. Pulse it out. Gentle pulses, pushing the heel up through the ceiling, trying to keep that 90-degree bend through the leg. Woo! 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit it back in child's pose to stretch out. We have 2 supersets to go. Still working on isolating those glute muscles. All right, back up onto all fours and back over to the right side. We're going to go fire hydrant. So same 90-degree bend, same lift. This time up and out to the side. And bring it right back down to meet that left knee. Right side only. Lift and draw it in. And as you lift, it's all about that glute muscle, right? Don't shift your hips. Don't rotate those hips to the right side. Whatever your glute can lift to, that's where you're going. We're going to add in a circle. So you're going to rotate that knee back, right? So here we go. Lift up into the fire hydrant. Keep the knee high, circle it back behind you, and drop back to the start position. Lift, rotate, and in. Feeling all of those muscles in the lower body working right now. Even that left side is working hard to stabilize as the right leg does all the movement. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit it back in child's pose. 1 superset to go. All right, here we go. This is it. Final superset. Left side, keep that 90-degree bend. Just the fire hydrant. 3, 2, and 1. Lift and draw it in. Keeping those hips facing forward. Shoulders stacked over the wrists. Nice even breathing pattern all the way through. 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, and 1. Add in that hip circle. So the lift, keep the knee high, rotate, and back to the start position. This is it. I know how those glutes are feeling right now, so try to keep in mind that this is the last exercise of the day. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down, sit it all the way back in child's pose to stretch through those glutes. Whew, I think those glutes are stretching. All right, focusing on breathing here, releasing tension from all of the muscles that we were just concentrating so hard on keeping tension in. Taking those deep breaths in, low, slow exhales. When you're ready, you're going to draw yourself back up on all fours and step that right foot forward in between your hands and just gently shift your weight forward onto that heel, keeping the back knee on the ground, stretching out the hips. Again, staying connected, keep your mind on your body right now, even as we've slowed things down. Getting a sense for where the stretch is happening and where tension is still held. Go ahead and sit the hips back over the left knee right now, and your torso is leaning forward for that full-on stretch through the right leg. Make sure that your hips are nice and even right now. Feel free to shift if you need to. Go ahead and relax that right knee. Slip it back behind you and the left leg comes forward. All of your weight pushes forward now into that left heel, stretching through the hip flexors. Back knees on the ground here. What we want to do is stretch those muscles back out to their natural length. It'll help recovery and keep soreness to a minimum. Go ahead and shift your hips back, straighten out that front leg, and lean into the stretch. Hips are nice and even. Go ahead and relax that front leg, slip it back behind you, and you're going to step both legs back, lift the hips into down dog. Close your eyes and just sink into this stretch right now. Just giving into the moment. Relax the shoulders and walk the hands and feet to meet each other in forward fold. And do another body scan here, this time starting with your toes and working your way up your legs to the glutes and lower back. All the way to the shoulders and the neck, and all of the tension just right out your fingertips, at which point you can roll the shoulders up towards the ceiling and just release the workout. Kick some butt this morning. I think I'm going to feel that one tomorrow for sure.